Hey everybody, I just want to try to put things in perspective from my point of view. I've been seeing all these posts about PSA and how they're opening up a new submission level and how great it is. And I just don't get it. Why are people so into PSA? I understand at some point they had a good grading service, but now it's totally trash. I mean, how can you deny it? How can anybody sit there and say that PSA is a good grading company? I'll give you quite a few examples here, but it's blatantly obvious. What if you took your car in for an oil change and got it back 9 months later? We're talking about grading cards here. These cards right here, how long do you think that takes to grade? 10 minutes? Half an hour? Okay, so people are waiting 9 months, 10 months, over a year for that. And PSA, what happens if you tell them something about it? Do they give you a discount? No, they might take that card, they might take this card, say, oh, it's a PSA 10, so now we're going to upcharge you. Then by the time you get it back 6 months later, that card's went down $1,000, $1,200, $2,000, and do they change their upcharge fee? No. Why would anybody deal with a company like that and say it's good? What about when you take a card that's graded a PSA 7, break it out of the case, send it back to the same company, PSA, and it comes back a 10? Now, how would you ever trust that company? I mean, it's pathetic. And people just keep thinking, oh, PSA is so great. It is trash. It's blatantly obvious it's trash. I have all these cards plus hundreds more that I want to send to a grading company, and I've been looking at who to send them to. And one decision that I made is it's not going to be PSA. I don't know why they aren't like down in the tank right now. You know, I see some people go get it, they'll get a submission, put in, 200 cards, maybe get 3 10s back. But the same person, the same cards out of the same boxes, but they just separated them, the next box will get 9s and 10s. Almost exclusively. I've seen guys get, 20, 30, 8s in a row, and a 7, a 9 maybe. I've also seen guys come back with 22 10s in a row. 1 9 and then 15 more 10s. That's not good grading. And then when you go and look at the card and you can't find anything wrong with it, there's no answer there. There's no subgrade for you to say, oh, I guess there was a little nick in this corner or whatever. You don't know where to look, how to look, what to do. Now they're planning on reopening a $200 Express or whatever it is they're opening up right now. And what happens when you don't get your Express back for 6 months when it's supposed to be 90 days or 60 or whatever? You're still going to keep going back? Because that's what everybody seems to be doing. It's just nuts. And $200 a card? That thing should come in a silk handmade embroidered bag and delivered by hand to your door. What do you think that guy grading for PSA gets for grading your card? Let's say it takes him an hour, which it probably doesn't. $15? $22? I very highly doubt either of those. So all it's about for PSA is just raking in the money. They have, like, what I heard was like 2 million cards backlogged. And from 9 to 300 or 600, I don't know what their top level is, dollars per card. Add it up. It's all about the bottom line. That's all they care about. Now they just went and acquired an auction house, gold auctions. And what's going to happen then? Do you think your SGC or HGA slabs are going to do good at their auctions? Do you think they'll use the same care auctioning off the SGA slabs as they do the PSA slabs? I don't think so. Wake up, people. The only way to get rid of the monopoly and get rid of these cards, if you go look right now on eBay, just do a search PSA 10s and look at the cards. I've done it. I've done it several times. Doesn't take me longer than 3 minutes or less to find a card that should not be there. A 9 or an 8 that any other company would grade an 8. But people trust PSA because it's in the PSA case. It's ridiculous. I don't know why people have this idea that PSA is great. They are not great. I mean, how obvious can it be? You know, you could send your cards to PSA, conceive and birth a child before you get them back. What happens in the market in that time? What happens to this? Let's say this card right here, just a couple of months ago, a PSA 10 would have been about $4,800. Now, maybe $900. You know, and that's all right. You know, PSA got their money. And all these people are happy and smiling about it. You know, it's crazy. They have an acronym for the company that a lot of people are familiar with called Please Submit Again, where you get an 8 or a 7 and you crack it out of a PSA case, put it back in the mail, send it back to PSA, this trusted grading company, and they give you a 10 and send it back. The same exact card that the trusted company graded a 7, they also graded a 10. How can you trust that? Why do people buy into that? You know, I don't know. I'm going to try a different company. I got my cards in grading right now. I'll let you know what happens with mine, because I have a bunch more to send out, and either I'll find a new company but I know it's not going to be PSA. I wish that SGC, HGA, somebody would just step up and take over. SGC could do it with new labels on their slabs. That's all they need. They're a good grading company from everything else I've heard. They have good customer service. But PSA, all these problems, and everybody's still on the bandwagon. Oh, I can't wait. I'm waiting for PSA to reopen. For what? So they can take advantage of you more, pay a premium price for lesser service? It is unbelievable. Well, that's all I got to say. I hope everybody's having a good day, and hope you're enjoying collecting what you like, and especially buying the card, not the grade. Have a good one, everybody.